Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey everybody, welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
Another day. Time to set my intentions. Oh, God!
Hell is paved with good intentions.
What the hell? Okay then. I'll just take some action.
Actions speak louder than words.
Wait a minute. Does that mean it's a good thing or a bad thing?
Something is better than nothing.
Okay, I'm not even scared anymore. This is just stupid.
Oh, God. I heard my voice doing that. 1 second. Nothing that a little LaCroix couldn't fix. Am I right, everybody? Still can't get sponsorship. Oh, man. I really did hurt my voice. Ooh. Anyway, welcome back to the podcast. We are going to, if you haven't figured it out by now already, we are going to talk a little bit about intentions. A lot of people talk about setting intentions or intention setting, like I'm going to set my intentions for today, or I'm going to set my intentions for this project, or I'm going to set my intentions for whatever, you name it, this relationship. That's all great, and that's all worthwhile, and that's all for another podcast. I am talking more specifically today about the intentions you set as an artist in general. I think they're very powerful because I think a lot of us, we're like, what's the difference between success and failure, or just success and stagnancy, or success and just not doing as much as we would like to do? I think a lot of that really boils down to intentions. What are your intentions? How do you see yourself? How do you project yourself into the future? For me, it's one of those things where, I became an artist because of a lot of different reasons. I would like to think that I had skill. I was drawing from an early age, and I just felt like that was something that I had to do. I was sketching at an early age. I was always a visual person. I was always interested in movies. I saw scenes like movies. I loved horror movies. I would sketch monsters and skeletons and basketball players and all these things. And that developed into more of a skill and something that I chose to pursue as a career path down the road. There's a lot of stuff in between there. And, assuming we all have some sort of skill set or, some sort of talent for what we're doing, what really separates you from somebody else who's trying to do this as a career and becoming successful and not becoming successful? I've talked about consistency. I've talked about things that you can do, little hacks you can do, and daily routines and all this stuff. But really, what makes you do those things? What really gets you into the mindset where you're going to be consistent, where you're going to go in and push through quote unquote blocks or, lack of inspiration or, inspiration or just focus, all these things that can get in your way as an artist. How do you push through those things? And what's the root that really kind of everything else grows from? And I think that's intentions. I think a lot of it is just that we make a decision at some point that we're artists. Like, I'm an artist. And there's different forms of that. Maybe your artist is like, I'm just an artist. I'm a creative person. Maybe that's how you're setting your intention as an artist. Well, I set my intention as an artist a long time ago of just being like, look, I'm an artist. This is what I do for a living. This is my career path. I'm going to make a living doing this. I am a successful artist. I'm an artist who will sell paintings, make a living doing that through my art. And once you kind of do that and you really feel it in your bones, that's your intention for your career path. That's your intention for your life. That's your intention for who you are, how you label yourself. I'm a successful artist. Those are my intentions. And that's powerful because once you've established that, once you've got that ingrained in your brain, this is how you see yourself, then you start to visualize yourself down the road as that person. What does a successful artist look like? Well, a successful artist gets up and creates art every day. A successful artist sells artwork to collectors. A successful artist gets in the right galleries. A successful artist gets on social media and promotes themselves. Whatever that means for you. I mean, I could keep listing off, any number of things or any number of actions or skills or whatever. But the real through line here is the way you're seeing yourself, the way you feel deep in your bones, however you really feel at your core, that's the way you're going to be. It's kind of like you are what you eat. Well, you are what you think. You become what you think. And it's like at the beginning when I said the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, I think it's actually the road to becoming a successful artist is paved with the intentions of becoming a successful artist. It sounds easy. It sounds too good to be true. But you'll start to find yourself after days or weeks or months or years even behaving that way, behaving the way you see a successful artist behaving. And pretty soon you're going to be checking off boxes, looking back and going, oh, wow, I achieved this. I achieved this. I achieved this goal. Look, I got in this gallery. Look, I sold a painting of this value. Look, I have, 100 collectors in 20 countries or whatever, or more, whatever it is for you, however you see it. If you see yourself that way, and if you behave that way, you're going to start taking little baby steps, little steps day by day in the present moment with intent. And those intentions are going to little by little add up to a bigger intention of being a successful artist or whatever, being a world-renowned singer or being an actor who wins an Oscar, whatever it is for you. It really is the product of the thoughts that you're thinking. And the way you start your day every day, the way you see yourself, the way you're visualizing yourself, that's basically the food that is creating your health. It's the intentions that are creating your career. So, it's very important. And look, this doesn't happen overnight. I think everybody has to realize, like I've talked about many times on the podcast, it's not a push button thing. No one's going to be able to just say, hey, I'm a successful artist, and the next day I'm selling $1 million paintings. No, it is a process, and it's a day-by-day thing, and it's a present moment thing. It's taking actions with intent. It is taking consistent action. It's developing your skills, developing quality. But you will see that if you really have that kind of broad picture of what you want to be and how you see yourself and how you feel yourself to be at your core, that is how you're going to be. That's how you're going to be little by little, action by action, thing by thing, painting by painting, whatever it is you're doing, that's what it's going to be. This is a powerful thing. It's like gratitude. It's like a gratitude practice. You start your day with gratitude. You end your day with gratitude. You're going to start feeling more peace and presence and gratitude and love in your life. It's not hard. The things that you're putting in your body and mind are going to be the things that manifest in your life. So start making a practice of this. If you do a gratitude practice, you can start it. You can just piggyback off of that with this. Start setting intentions of how you're going to be. You can do it while you meditate. You can do it in the morning while you're brushing your teeth or whatever. Maybe you don't brush your teeth in the morning. Maybe you're combing your hair. Just do that while you're in the shower. Start setting those intentions of what you see yourself being like in the future, what a real successful artist looks like, and just start behaving that way. And I think you'll see that a lot of the things in your life will fall into line and fall into place. And you'll start taking more calculated and rooted action to make it so and just to make it manifest in your life. I know for me personally, even when I was in my darkest place in my life, and it was for quite a long period, when I was, drinking too much and I was depressed and I was stagnant and I was poor and I really didn't see a very tangible way out, I still had this picture in my mind of me being there and getting there. And it really carried me through all those dark times, and it really carried me through to paint. It was the fuel that got me out of bed every morning and got me through my job so I could create a new painting every week. And that's what got the ball rolling. That's what gathered momentum. And then as I started to see myself achieving more and more things, I started to see a clearer picture of what a successful artist looked like. And as I started to feel more successful, and I started to see that success more clearly, and I started to see other people doing it, and I mirrored that, it started to make me take more action. It started to make me go, oh, okay, well, this is what a successful artist does. I'm a successful artist. I'm going to be a successful artist. This is what a successful artist does. And I started to ask myself questions. Would a successful artist drink every night? Or would a successful artist, have a clear head, get up every morning, get things done, and start taking action to get your work out there in front of people, in front of collectors, joining art marketplaces, joining more galleries, not just creating the work, but actually pounding the pavement and getting it out there in front of eyeballs. That just became a routine because that's what I started to believe in myself. I just knew that that's how a successful artist behaves. So if you're not doing it right now, if you feel stagnant, if you feel like things aren't really going in the direction that you want, get clear with yourself about how the person in your mind that you see would behave. And then ask yourself, are the actions that I'm taking every day, are the thoughts that I'm thinking every day, are the things that I'm putting into my body every day, are those getting me there? And if they're not getting you there, it's time to make some changes. And it's time to start asking yourself those questions. And I think it'll be a good guide for you to set you on the right path. So that's enough for today. I think you get the point. I think it is definitely a powerful way to live your life. And it's a day-by-day thing. It's a process, But hey, we are living this life regardless. So you might as well make the decision to live it the way you want to live it and make it more exciting and make it more productive and make it more successful. So hopefully you found this to be helpful. We will see you on the next episode. Hope everybody's doing well. Like I always say, be good to each other out there. Be good to yourself, of course, first and foremost. That's where it all begins. And we'll see you next time.
Did they finally leave? I don't see them. Well, that's it. Going back to bed.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.